To the right side, this is Stevenson to about the 26 here. The Patriots at 4-7 now on the year. They come in feeling pretty good after back-to-back victories, CD.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Throwing Jones. Letting one go deep for the end zone. And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. So very close to a turnover there in the end zone.
An early message that this secondary is going to be tested because even though it fell incomplete, it almost felt like a warning shot to get things going.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Now Jones. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 38. That's Drake Jackson burying him and finishing the play.
Well, the pass rush has been a real strength of late. They know how to get after the quarterback.
Absolutely. 4 sacks last week. That's their first one here. Anything in particular you've seen from them or on film?
I think that they're winning athletically up front, winning those one-on-one battles, but also when the offensive line wants to keep everyone in and mass protect, they know how to scheme their way back to the quarterback as well.
So the opening drive does yield points, maybe not the 7 they wanted, but they'll take the 3.
Accumulating first downs does not go up on the scoreboard, but it does go into the DNA of a team that's trying to establish itself to start a game. That has to feel pretty good for them. They'll take the 3.
Yeah, they had 3 first downs and 3 points. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. Well, this defense for the Pats, they were terrific last week in the victory over Buffalo.
And what I saw on film was a nearly unstoppable pass rush. 5 sacks last week, plenty of hurries given up. So now what do you do on offense? You just max protect, keep everyone in and run the ball, or maybe just 1 or 2 receiver routes in order to try and keep your quarterback upright.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Back to throw here. And he goes down. It's a Patriots sack. Christian Barmore able to record his 5th sack of the season.
2 plays so far, a run and a pass attempt, and both have gone backwards.
Probably not how they drew that up.
Not at all.
Looking for a better play coming up on 3rd. The Patriots going with a dime package here. 2 extra defensive backs on 3rd. They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. Out to his left. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Marcus Jones picks it, and the Patriots are going to take possession of the football. And, Charles, that's now 4 interceptions over his last 3 halves of football, because, remember, he threw 3 picks last week.
Starting to wonder if maybe defenses and those coordinators have identified something on tape with what he's doing. Maybe a movement, maybe the way he's moving his shoulders. Who knows what it could be? He could have a few tells out there that they're keying in on and allowing defenses to get to the football a little bit faster. People steal signals. Maybe sometimes they can figure out what the quarterback's doing just by his movements.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. run once more with Stevenson. And some room to work. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. 82 yards rushing for him as he's got the afternoon off to a great start.
First and goal at the 4-yard line.
Looking to throw. Jones. And that's going to be caught for a Patriot touchdown. Mike Gesicki with touchdown number 8 on the year as his guys are able to extend their lead. Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead grows to 10-0. So an early 10-0 lead for them now as they kick it away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And they're in an early hole. The first drive, they threw the interception. That led to a touchdown, so decent-sized deficit early on.
It is, but I think you hit the key words, early on. So they have to decide, do we even need to change game plan, or do we just need to execute better and try and get back in this game?
That good for 22 and a first down. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and that'll bring up a second in just about a few inches here. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. They still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed. And they really wanted him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
On third and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. Forced out to his left. And that's going to be too high. Out of bounds and incomplete.
Well, you know me, whether you need it or not, I'm going to give a little unsolicited advice. Just throw it downfield out of the pocket, only if you're absolutely sure. Otherwise, use your running ability and try and get those yards a safer way.
They'll try and throw for it here. Trying for Ayuk, but it's intercepted. It's Kyler Duggar who picks it, and the Pats are going to take possession of the football.
Well, they're certainly not giving much up to their defense, are they? Because for the second time now, that D has had to run back out on the field early after an interception. And remember, on the last drive, the opposing side took it in for 6 after that interception.
They'll send a receiver in motion to the left. Here's Jones, throwing on first down. That is caught by Smith-Schuster. And he's finally taken down, and it's a big gain there on what will turn out to be the final play of this first quarter. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. A give for Stevenson, running right. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Patriot touchdown. Ramondre Stevenson with his 9th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Patriots are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Point after, right down the middle. And that makes our score 17-0. The kicking unit out for the Patriots as they send this one away. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively. Obviously, 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit like, hey, didn't we practice in that color jersey all week? Not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with it. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. There they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. Brings it up just shy of the 25. Showed some of that quickness there on the move.
I know the toss play begins with the guy taking the snap and turning around and tossing it to the runner. But where the real intrigue is, can they seal the edge? Whether it's an offensive tackle or a tight end in the direction they want to run the football. If they do that, that's the result that you get in that type of a game. If they don't, oftentimes it's not a very successful play.
They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. Man open, that's Deebo Samuel. And he is going to have a 49ers first down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at 2nd down.
Well, you don't turn your nose up at a gain of 4, do you? They'll take that on first down. Playbook's got to be pretty well open on 2nd and 6.
And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And he stopped immediately there. The offense on 3rd down, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This will be 3rd and 6. Back to throw. Comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, there's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
They're going to try and throw. The first catch of the game for George Kittle. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. Not often do 4th down conversions result in 23 yards, but that's the case here. First down. Looking to throw. Again to the big tight end, George Kittle. And they're going to get this down to about the 37. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
They'll look to throw again. To the right side and complete to Thomas. Oh, he bowls over it. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Patriots' 24-yard line. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked up by Jonathan Jones. passes down the right side. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Patriot defense has a touchdown. Now the try here for the point after. And the lead is now 24. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the... The 49er offense set to get this drive underway.
Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse that this is an important possession, but I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit. And if they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. And the Patriots are going to take possession of the football.
Well, CD, when you mentioned earlier about spreading the ball around in this game, I don't think you mentioned the guys in the other uniform. With 4 interceptions here in the first half, and several different guys have picked him off.
Yeah, instead of analyzing what's going wrong with him, throwing the football, while we look at the defense, they came in prepared. An excellent game plan, well scouted, and they're taking it away at almost every turn.
It'll be a gain of 5, and that'll make it 2nd down.
At the 6-yard line.
Back to throw. Jones buying time to his left. And that's going to be knocked away in the end zone. It's incomplete.
That's not the first time they've gone his way on this drive, and they were obviously keyed into him because they were there to help break that pass up.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Up the middle, here's Stevenson. And he will get him down a couple yards shy of the 1st down marker. A nice tackle coming up from his free safety spot. It's a pickup of 4, but they're still a yard short here with 4th down, forthcoming. And his kick is good. And the lead increases even further. It's 27-0 now.
So the interception set him up with terrific field position, but 3 points, the end result.
Yeah, we can make this one pretty simple, partner. You always want to end drives with points, but that's one that you're going to look back on and probably say, we should have done better there.
The The 49er offense set to get this drive underway.
Charles, you're down multiple scores, less than a minute left here, but with that deficit, they've got to try to at least work their way into field goal range to try to muster something out of this drive.
I'm going to go ahead and date myself one more time because I'm going to quote an old Smokey and the Bandit lyric. They've got a long way to go and a short time to get there, but they still have time to get it done. So I'm looking forward to watching them mount this drive and see if they can get some points out of it.
Kittle catching the slant. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 13 yards as the quick slant keeps the drive moving. They'll throw now on the final play.
And this pass caught by Gray.
So we've come to halftime after a very one-sided beginning to this one. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman and REA Sports Halftime Report. Coach! Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. The 49ers going to have the football and trailing on the scoreboard as we get back underway on EA Sports. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And he's probably realizing he should have stayed in the end zone as he can only muster a return to the 14-yard line.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
They'll start on the ground here on first down. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
I think this running game, or should I say lack of one, is making this defense look better than what they really are.
The opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. They'll bring a receiver in motion left. Here we go on 2nd and 12. And now here's another interception. Picked up by Jonathan Jones. And the Pats are going to take possession of the football.
Well, I think everyone who's watching was certainly hoping to see things get a little bit better for them in this half, weren't we? But it was a downright miserable first half. This carried over with an interception to begin the second half. That's a defeated offense right there. And there's still a lot of game left. I don't think that's the last turnover we're going to see today, partner.
Jones now on 1st and 10. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
That incompletion certainly slows things down a little bit and brings up a very important call for 2nd and long. What do? Run and try and get some yardage and make it 3rd and manageable? Or challenge the coverage again, hoping for a bigger gain?
They'll roll him out right. And he's just going to get rid of this thing to no one here. He throws it away, and now it's 3rd.
This defense has passed its first 2 tests by forcing back-to-back incompletions. They know there's probably another throw coming on 3rd down. Let's see if they decide to force the issue by sending people on a blitz.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Off the play fake. Jones. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
And he has got it from 55 yards away. That was never in doubt, and that will extend their lead even further.
Well, whatever was said in the locker room during the break must have worked. They forced the turnover. They didn't get the touchdown, Charles, but it does translate into 3 points to begin the second half.
Exactly as they discussed in the locker room at halftime. Get some points to get things kick-started. Now start your half off with some momentum. Gives you something to build on for your next possession.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway.
Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here, maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual.
He's got a man, complete. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. A gain there of 30 big ones. Well, look, you're not going to be able to get this all back at once, but that certainly helps.
So you're saying 3 yards in a cloud of dust, not the strategy?
I go aerial attack.
Yeah, I think that's what has to happen. And if you're going to run it, you need to break off big chunks. We just saw a big play right there. They need plenty of those. You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Patriots 39. Now we're going to get a timeout here called by the Patriots. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. Again, he'll drop to throw.
Again, he'll find Samuel for the completion. And he's brought down here just outside of the 20. Nothing in that first half, nothing on the last drive, but they're moving now with a 1st and 10.
First down, San Francisco.
Back to throw again. And my goodness, another interception.
And the Patriots are going to have it here at their own 15. Well, to be blunt, not a whole lot has gone right for this defense in this ball game, but that's something right there. Still in the third quarter. It would take something around miracle territory for a comeback, but maybe that's a start, Charles.
It certainly is, and they're definitely showing that there's some fight still left in them. Hasn't been a bit.
It's caught inside the 25.
And he's brought down here just outside of the 20. And sometimes you just got to marvel at how these guys can throw the football. He gave that everything he had, and it was right on the money.
They go play action here on first down. And it's intercepted at the goal line.
And the 49ers are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20.
That's a beautiful read there by the safety. Zone coverage, so he's just going to sit back and watch. He knows he can't get beat deep because he has the end line to protect it. So he can react to everything in front of him, and he makes a great break on the football and comes down with the interception.
5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. Here's a 2nd and 5 now from the 25. And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line.
49 yards on the ground for him now as he's done that on 15 carries.
That's a nice run right there, able to get to the outside. And so many times defenses say, okay, we've got you hemmed in. But if you're running the football, at least you know where everyone is coming from. You don't have to worry about the backside at all. That allows you to run a little bit more confident.
And now here's another interception. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Patriot defense has a touchdown. One after here coming up. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away.
This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And not a good return here at all as they'll be forced to start at the 12-yard line.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. And able to get it across the 20 before they get to it. It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out by a few inches. That'll be a first down.
Well, maybe this offense has learned something from watching their counterparts work. I'm wondering if their coaching staff said, let's do what they've been doing the entire game because that's worked well. This offense, they have not looked particularly good all game long. But a nice throw there for a good game and a first down.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. And my goodness, another interception. And the Pats are going to take possession of the football. With that interception, he just set a record that nobody ever wants to set, and that's the most picks ever in an NFL game. 8.
The last time we saw 7, 2001, right?
Yeah.
Ty Detmer, he's with the Lions at that time. To get to 8. Are we sure he knows what color jerseys his team's wearing in this one?
I don't know. It has not been good. Dre Greenlaw in there on the tackle. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Off play action. Jones steps away. Smith catches left side. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. That his first catch so far. They've held him under wraps, but he's got a first down there. On the handoff, Stevenson. And he'll be dropped at about the 11 after only a yard.
And this is why aggressive defense coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers and freed up the D lineman to make the play.
On 2nd and 9, Jones.
They set up the screen for Stevenson.
And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. Give him 3 on the screen. He couldn't break free, and it's 3rd down.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
Now Jones on 3rd down. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
I think you put just a little bit too much heat on that one. When you throw it to the outside, you do have to be careful because you got to keep it away from the defender, but you also have to give your own guy a chance too.
And his kick is good. And that will finish off this 3rd quarter of play. And they will not have time to get another play in here as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The kicking unit out for the Patriots as they send this one away.
This is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway.
This one certainly has not gone according to script. You would have thought on paper that this offense would have its way here, but they certainly have not, and they trail big. After this, it figures to be a quiet trip home.
Play clock down to 0, and this is not the way to start a drive.
That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit.
Now they need 15 yards on this series after the delay of game. 1st and 15. Following the penalty, they'll go back to the run game. And strong running there gets this up over the 15-yard line. It's a 5-yard pickup, so essentially they get the penalty yardage back, and it's back to 2nd and 10. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And he roams across the 20 to the 24-yard line. The Niners on third down. Not good. 0 for 4 thus far. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1.
The offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted.
Well, that's a tough, costly penalty because now it makes it 3rd and 6 after the false start. They'll drop to throw. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And now here's another interception. And the Patriots are going to take possession of the football. Yet another mistake after the interception there. And guys, you look up at the scoreboard, they just got to be thinking this one cannot get over fast enough.
It certainly can't. And also what happens when you get this big of a deficit, you're supposed to make all the right throws, right? You're supposed to try and obviously get the ball to your own guys. But being down this big, you also take even more chances. And in this situation, that hasn't paid off for them at all.
On the other sideline, jubilation and laughter. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Well, up big here in the fourth quarter, up really big. That passing incompletion, I don't think they needed the completion, but Charles, this is an offense right now that they're just having fun. They're clicking on all cylinders.
Yeah, you're right. They didn't need a completion. They certainly don't need any more points. But they're not going to turn them down. They're going to continue to run what they have in their playbook, and they still want to run it efficiently.
That second down play nets a -4. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the fourth quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Drake Jackson picks up his second sack of the afternoon. Here now, Johnny Townsend, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. He was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. Now this is fielded in the end zone. And he'll be tackled inside his own 15. The decision to bring it out cost him some yardage. A good return there, call it 13 yards. And the 49ers will take over deep in their own territory. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway.
It's been a tough go for them. It's still without any points here in the fourth quarter. And a big deficit, Charles. But they moved the football on some drives. They just haven't had any points.
Yeah, I know in their minds they're thinking the game plan has actually been working. We just haven't scored points. Well, isn't that the bottom line, partner? To put points on the board. So if you're moving it and you're not scoring, is it really working? Right now, they've got nothing left to lose. They might as well go for more.
Calling a gain of 6 on the play, and that's going to set up a tough 3rd and 9. He'll look to throw. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he's dropped just shy of the 25 at the 24. A gain of 10 and a 49er first down.
It's a gain of 10. First down, San Francisco.
They'll set up to throw. And nearly another interception. Well, it would have been his 3rd of the game, but this time he couldn't hang on.
We've seen that the deep ball's been a part of their game plan all afternoon, but they've had trouble hooking up on it, unable to successfully find the end zone over the top.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. He'll drop to throw. And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by Jonathan Jones. And the Pats are going to take possession of the football. Well, partner, I got to tell you, I'm trying to think of something positive to say for this offense, but I'd have to be a spin doctor for that one. This has been a tough performance to watch.
And I think it's hard at this point to actually identify what's really gone wrong. I guess the catch-all is everything. Doesn't sound like real sharp analysis, but I don't have much else for you.
And the scoreboard just lopsided, and it's been ugly from the get-go. Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Jones. Open man right side is Smith-Schuster, complete. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
First and 10 at the 38-yard line.
They'll bring a receiver in motion right. Throwing, Jones. Catch is made by Metcalf. And they're going to get this down inside the 20. Partner, I know we're still in the afternoon slate here. Some primetime games still on the docket, but it's going to be tough to top this effort. What an offensive performance we have seen. They have been unstoppable from the moment we began this game, and they're not holding back. They're still throwing the football here in the fourth.
They certainly are, and let me tell you something. If you're old school, you don't like this at all. But in today's football, you just go ahead and savor it. Watch a team execute at a high level. Doesn't matter what the scoreboard says.
Stevenson is not going to get in here as they push him back to the 2-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's second down.
When a draw works, it can be a thing of beauty. But when it doesn't, oh, it can be ugly. And in this case, loss of yardage ugly.
Second down and goal. Jones, and give him another 6. It's caught for a touchdown, and the blowout continues. Extra point right down the middle. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. The kicking unit out for the Patriots as they send this one away. The return man down to a knee, and this will come out to the 25-yard line. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And okay, all right, I'm being facetious here. But you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
2nd and 9 now. The Pats are going to get there. Down he goes. Multiple players getting home there for an 8-yard loss. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And now here's another interception. And the Patriots are going to take possession of the football. Yes, folks, that is his 3rd interception, and I'm going to use one of the most overused phrases in football. He's a ball-hawking safety.
I love the way that you called for the shot there. That's perfect, though, because there is something to that. Being a safety often allows you freedom to roam around a defense, maybe not a specific assignment. Today, his assignment, find the football, and he's done so quite well.
Escaping the pressure right. Toward the back corner of the end zone, but he could not get the feet down. This will wind up incomplete.
Partner, in the sportsmanship handbook, there's something to be said for calling the dogs off in a blowout. But these defenders, they also know this is the NFL, and it's their job to stop them, whether they're in the game or they're down by a handful of touchdowns.
And he'll get 7 yards from the 17 to the 10 before he's taken down.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down. And this will be caught. And the carnage continues. It's another touchdown. When coaches come into a game preaching total team effort, CD, I think this is the type of ball game that they're dreaming of. It was pretty apparent early on that they were clicking in all 3 phases. It's been fun to watch.
Yeah, sometimes in the NFL you end up with matchups like we've been watching here. And when you go back to the early drives, You can just see that one squad was on a different level in this game. Safe to say, we have been disappointed in watching their execution throughout this contest.
The kicking unit out for the Patriots as they send this one away.
And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway.
Well, I hate to say it, but at this point, I don't really know that they're playing to win with this deficit in the fourth quarter. They're just trying to erase that zero on the scoreboard, Charles, and get some type of momentum to carry into the film session tomorrow.
If you get any type of points on the board, it'll count as...
And my goodness, another interception.
It's Kyler Duggar who picks it, and the Pats are going to take possession of the football. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10.
How about one last great play defensively, and that should, for all intents and purposes, finish off this shutout.
That's as good a defensive performance as we've seen in a long, long time. And I know as a team they will celebrate. I will guarantee you the defensive guys, they'll get together somewhere and have their own private celebration. A shutout, that's something to be cherished.
Here's Stevenson.
And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
So it's a pretty good season he's putting together running the football. That now 10 rushing touchdowns on the year.
And we know this is a passing league, and those numbers throwing the football, they seem to go up and up every year. But there's still something to have a reliable back you can count on in the red zone to bring things home for you. And that's what he's been doing all season long.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway.
At this point, partner, things looking pretty bleak. They still haven't scored here in the fourth quarter, facing the big deficit.
And now here's another interception.
It's Kyler Duggar who picks it. And the Patriots are going to take possession as they got it at the 42-yard line.
Very good starting position for the Patriot offense as they come on 1st and 10 at their own 42. Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
Well, their passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, has been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns, and it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this one.
Well, that will certainly make everyone involved on offense pretty happy because that gives them all a chance to pad their stats a bit. But as far as the actual need, you and I both know they can just run this clock out because this one, it was over.
And it'll be intercepted. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
And the Niners are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. Boy, that one was in the air for an agonizingly long time.
Just begging to be picked off, wasn't it? It's one thing if you're throwing a ball like that, trying to throw someone open or lead them into an area. But that ball needed to be thrown with a lot more conviction. As a result, it's an easy interception.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. They're going to look to throw. And he goes down. It's a Patriots sack. Now the Patriots will use the second of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this fourth quarter of play. They'll look to throw here. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And that's not nearly going to be enough. Stopped at the 22, and he needed plenty more. They do get 7 out of that, but not enough to prevent a 4th down. So this will wind up a victory for the New England Patriots. And I tell you what, Charles, this might be about as good as it gets. They were incredible.
Yeah, offense was in fine form. The defense threw the shutout at them. I think they worked in concert together. What I like about the offense was they held the ball pretty well. You know, time of possession, exactly what they were looking for in this one. And that helped out their defense. Didn't have to be out there the entire time. So when you do that and you're out there fresh playing, up a little extra spring in your step, and it showed up in this one.
They had a ton of spring in their step. Impressive victory. So for New England, their very slim playoff hopes get a boost as they move to 5-7. And they'll get to stay put for a few days as they'll host the Arizona Cardinals next week. Meanwhile, for the Niners, it was a win they needed to turn the season around, but instead they fall to 5-7. And they'll be at home next week for a date with the Seattle Seahawks.